If you have to watch just one dupe video of popular and expensive perfumes, then let it be this video. Actually, it is this video and the part 1 of this series, which I called the only perfume dupes you need. If you haven't watched the first episode of this series, I'm gonna link it in the description box below, and it will also be linked in the end screen. Today, I will be talking about 31 amazing perfume dupes from the Middle Eastern market. All of these perfumes are tried and tested. I have reviewed them in the past, and I'm confident enough to let you guys know that these are the kind of perfumes that I will recommend as very good dupes of expensive niche fragrances. So if you're the type who don't want to spend more than $50 on your fragrances, and at the same time, you also want to smell expensive, then this is the perfect video for you. In the part 1 of this series, I talked about 27 amazing perfume dupes, and today I have 31. So the 31 perfumes that I'm talking about today will be perfect this upcoming spring and summer because you requested for it. Plus, I also added signature scent worthy / everyday kind of scents. So it's going to be a long, chatty video. I suggest that you grab a snack first, grab a tea, a coffee, a wine, sit back, relax, grab a pen, grab a paper, because this is the best dupe video that you will ever need. I just want to mention as well that I will just be rapidly describing these fragrances as I have reviewed them in the past already. In case you want a more in-depth reviews of any of these fragrances, just type the fragrance and my name in the YouTube search bar. So the first perfume that I'm going to talk about is a fragrance that kind of started my channel, and this is Vibrant Vetiver Delight. Who are the OGs of this channel 3 years ago? Vibrant Vetiver Delight, guys, a very solid dupe of Byredo's Bal de Freak. If you are looking for a chic, citrusy, woody scent that will be perfect to use on a daily basis, then Vibrant Vetiver Delight by Paris Corner is the perfume for you. I know that a lot of you have bought this after my recommendation. It is truly a beautiful, everyday, citrusy, woody scent that I think is perfect. If your vibe is like a clean, minimalist, Vibrant Vetiver Delight is very close to Bal de Freak. I would say it is just muskier. So if you don't have the budget for Byredo's Bal de Freak, highly recommend you checking out Vibrant Vetiver Delight by Paris Corner. This fragrance is unisex. Also, another OG in my channel, Lattafa Liam Grey. Now, this fragrance may not be a spring and summer appropriate. However, I know that a lot of you are using this as a signature scent because it is very cozy and comforting. This is very, very similar to BDK's Gris Charnel. If you love tea, iris, sandalwood in fragrances, you're gonna love Liam Grey. This was hyped for a reason, and it's a really good bang for your buck. This costs around $20 now. I think 18 even, or 17. So yeah, highly recommend it if you're still looking for BDK's Gris Charnel's dupe. Once again, Lattafa Liam Grey. All right, another OG, the sister of Vibrant Vetiver Delight. This is Vibrant Orange and Neroli by Paris Corner once again. And now this is a dupe of Byredo's Sundays. So if you're looking for like a sweet yet citrusy and everyday kind of gourmand, highly recommend you Orange and Neroli by Paris Corner. Basically, this smells like an orange flavored cotton candy. There's something fluffy about this fragrance. So having said that, it is a kind of gourmand that I recommend during spring and summertime. A lot of you have bought this fragrance under my recommendation as well. Once again, Vibrant Orange and Neroli by Paris Corner, very similar to Byredo's Sundays. All right, after testing a lot of God of Fire's dupe, in my opinion, Mango Ice by Gulf Orchid wins because it is the most long-lasting out of them all. Plus, I love as well the fact that it is very fruity. The mango in here really lasts from the beginning until the end. It is a linear scent, however, not complaining. This is a beautiful summer mango scent. It smells very tropical, and this is for someone who's looking for a very good mango scent that is affordable. Nothing can be more mango than Mango Ice, in my opinion. So, yep, check it out if you're looking for an affordable version of God of Fire by Stefan Humbert Lucas. Once again, Mango Ice by Gulf Orchid. Another OG, L'Aventure Femme by Haramain. And this is a spot-on dupe of Aventus Creed for women. They are extremely close, and I'm talking about like 98% close. You don't need to spend $300 or $400 for a bottle of Aventus Creed for her. So if the sound of an intoxicating pineapple, wood, and musk scent sound appealing to you, highly recommend you L'Aventure Femme by Haramain. Next up is Island by Khadlaj, and this is a spot-on dupe of Jean Paul Gaultier Lebo something. I'm gonna pop it on the screen because I don't have any script in today's video. I'm just going with the flow. I think it's called Jean Paul Gaultier's Lebo Le Parfum, if I'm correct. Yeah, Highland Khadlaj, guys, is a masculine, tropical, fruity scent that is also coconutty. I love smelling this on my husband. We are going on holidays to Philippines soon, and I'm gonna request him actually to carry island because we're going to an island in Philippines, and I think that this will be perfect for that destination. It really smells sexy. It's like a tropical sexy scent for a man. It is a fruity coconut scent that I find intoxicating. I just love this fragrance on a man. One of the best summer perfume from the Middle Eastern market, in my opinion. Once again, Island by Khadlaj. Performance is outstanding as it lasts more than 8 hours on skin and on clothes. I'm just going with the flow here because my desk is full of perfumes. Next up is Atlantis Extrait by French Avenue. This is a spot-on dupe of Wave Child by Room 1015. So if you're the type who want to smell like a watermelon jelly rancher soaked in coconut water, then highly recommend you Atlantis Extrait by French Avenue. To me, this is a very feminine leaning scent because of its like candid vibes. I don't really find this masculine leaning. I mean, not at all. In my opinion, this is super feminine leaning. But of course, at the end of the day, you will wear whatever you want. I'm just saying that Atlantis Extrait is very candid-like to me, so I think it's more feminine leaning. Once again, Atlantis Extrait by French Avenue, a very solid dupe of Wave Child by Room 1015. All right, next up is something that I just discovered at the end of last year. This is Haya by Al Absar, and this is a dupe of Vanille Leather by BDK. The opening is not the same because I find Haya to be very violet heavy. Well, anyway, Vanille Leather as well is very violet heavy, but Haya has more violet in it. And in case you're wondering, so how does a violet smells like? To me, it smells like a white flower with leather nuance. So if you're a fan of that particular smell, then you're gonna love Haya. The final dry down of this fragrance has a more intensified vanilla and leather. It is a beautiful and sophisticated everyday scent, in my opinion, especially if you love violet in your fragrances. Yeah, once again, Haya by Al Absar. Performance is amazing on this one, so really worth your money. It is a fantastic dupe of BDK's Vanille Leather. All right, next up is another masculine fragrance, and this is Zodiac Solmaris. Guys, I love this fragrance. I think this is a fantastic perfume for men. Imagine salty, marine, citrusy scent, perfect for summer. This is one of my husband's favorites as well in his collection. I remember during summertime, he was just nonstop wearing this fragrance and I loved it on him. This is a good everyday scent as well, not just for summer. There's something about it that gives that boy next door vibe, which I'm liking a lot. Boy next door, however, boy next door that also has a stable job, you know? Yeah, that is the vibe. This is a spot on dupe of a perfume from Issey Miyake, which I'm gonna pop on the screen because I forgot how to pronounce it. I highly recommend Zodiac Solmaris, guys. I think this is one of my favorite summer perfumes for men as well. Same love like I have for Island. Ooh, and performance is outstanding on this one. It's a kind of citrusy, salty summer scent that lasts all day long. All right, next up is Vulcan Baie by French Avenue. Not a lot of people are talking about this fragrance, but this perfume is fantastic in my opinion. This is very, very similar to Stefan Humbert's Lucas Pink Boa. I've compared them side by side, guys, and it's hard to distinguish the difference. Guys, this is around $30 or $40, and if you're a fan of snake in your bottles, then this can be very appealing to you. Basically, to me, this smells like strawberries and vodka in the most sophisticated way. Like, imagine like a strawberry cocktail with basil. Yeah, that's how this fragrance smells like. It is a very sophisticated yet fun scent. I can imagine wearing this upcoming spring and summertime. I really enjoy this fragrance and I highly recommend it, especially if you love berries and particularly strawberry fragrances. Once again, Vulcan Baie, strawberry fragrance that does not smell like strawberry marshmallow, because yeah, this has something boozy in it. However, it's not like a rum kind of booze. It's like a clean booze, you know, like a refreshing kind of booze. Yeah, because of the vodka note. Once again, guys, Vulcan Baie by French Avenue. Next up is Aariz Absolu by Arabiat Prestige. And this is a spot on dupe of Velvet Tonka. So if you are looking for a very potent Tonka and almond combo, highly recommend you Aariz Absolu. In my opinion, they are very, very similar. Actually, Aariz Absolu is like a beast version of Velvet Tonka. Really, really good. I prefer this perfume over Shaghaf Oud Tonka, which is also similar to Velvet Tonka. Yeah, but Aariz Absolu is like more of a dupe version. Okay, so it is very, very similar to Velvet Tonka, and I highly recommend it if you're still looking for a dupe of that fragrance. Once again, Aariz Absolu by Arabiat Prestige. All right, next up is the winner when it comes to the best dupe of Kayali Yambuji Marshmallow. And I'm talking about to how close it smells like to the OG. Marshmallow Blush by Paris Corner. Basically, it smells like strawberry marshmallow. That is the description. It is creamy, it's fluffy, it's very strawberry-like, an addictive and fun fragrance. Perfect for everyday use, in my opinion, especially if you love smelling like a marshmallow. It may not be my everyday vibe. However, I do have my soft spot for Marshmallow Blush. There's a lot of time that I actually want to smell like Marshmallow Blush. There's something about it that makes me feel good and happy when I wear it. I know that a lot of women feel the same. That's why this DNA is very popular. So yeah, if you're looking for a very good dupe of Kayali Yambuji Marshmallow, in my opinion, Marshmallow Blush is the best that I've ever tried. However, if you want a better version of Kayali Yambuji Marshmallow, then I will recommend you Lattafa Yara Elixir though. I don't think it is a dupe of Kayali Yambuji Marshmallow. However, I find it like the best version of them all when it comes to strawberry and marshmallow combo scents. All right, next up is not really a spring, summer, or everyday kind of scent. However, I forgot to include this in the part 1 of this series, so I'm adding it up in today's list. This is Axis by French Avenue, and this is super similar to Byredo's Vanille Antique. If you love a dark, woody kind of vanilla that is super unisex, highly recommend you Axis by French Avenue. There's something about this fragrance that to me is super sexy. I know the bottle looks like an alpha male scent, but in my opinion, this is super unisex. Like, I will wear this fragrance because I enjoy woody vanilla scents, especially in the fall and winter time. This has a plum note that gave this fragrance that dark, juicy factor, and yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot. Once again, Axis by French Avenue, performance is outstanding on this one, lasts all day long. Next up, Hypnotic Vanilla by Arabiat Prestige. This is spot on dupe of Jean Paul Gaultier's Divine. So if you enjoy a fruity, salty, vanilla, ozonic kind of scent, then you will love Hypnotic Vanilla. I think this fragrance will shine in the spring and summertime. However, I can see it as a signature scent as well. The fruits that I'm getting here are watermelon with some mango and passion fruit. Actually, it smells like a designer perfume. So yeah, if you are looking for a very good alternative of Jean Paul Gaultier's Divine, I highly recommend you checking out Hypnotic Vanilla by Arabiat Prestige. Performance is outstanding on this fragrance, guys, and you don't need to spray a lot. I highly recommend it. All right, next up is Papillon de Vence by Paris Corner. This is a spot-on dupe of Gucci Flora Orchid. I'm not sure if I get the name right. However, I'm going to pop a photo of it on the screen. Basically, this is like a feel-good, everyday kind of vanilla with some orchids and soft florals in the background. It's very feminine and soft. I find this fragrance to be perfect for everyday use, to the point that if someone asks me for a suggestion for a good everyday kind of scent from the Middle Eastern market, Papillon de Vence is one of my top 5, especially if you love florals and vanilla. Once again, Papillon de Vence by Paris Corner, feminine leaning, and it lasts very well on my skin. Let's say around 6 to 7 hours. All right, and the sister of Papillon de Vence is Jardin de Papillons, once again by Paris Corner. And this is a spot-on dupe of Dolce & Gabbana's Devotion. So, in case you don't have Devotion yet, and if you're looking for a very good alternative that is affordable, highly recommend you Jardins de Papillons. This is basically citrusy vanilla scent. I love how the lemon is done in here because it's not like too sour. It's actually more of like a candied lemon. I know a lot of you will enjoy this fragrance. It is very similar to Dolce & Gabbana's Devotion. I know there's Lattafa's Victoria as well. However, what I noticed with Jardin de Papillons, after maturation, this actually became stronger and even better than Victoria. That's just my opinion because in here, I don't really get any kind of dishwashing liquid kind of citrus. All right, next up is a very good dupe of a very expensive fragrance. This is Wowie by Paris Corner, and this is a dupe of Rojas, Lost in Paris, a kind of dupe that we actually need in the community, right? Because Rojas fragrances are very expensive. I think they cost around, I don't know, $500 or even more. I have compared them side by side, guys, okay? And all I can say is that Wowie is like 90% similar to Rojas Lost in Paris. The opening may not be the same because Lost in Paris goes straight away to like that gourmand, kind of like cloying kind of state, whereas with Wowie, this one starts off more citrusy, and then as it dries down, it becomes fluffier, and sweet in a non-cloying way. So I think if you enjoy, once again, citrus vanilla kind of gourmand scents, you will love Wowie. The kind of citrus here, by the way, is more of like an orange, okay? So imagine like an orange sponge cake. That's how Wowie smells like. Performance is outstanding on this one, lasts around 6 to 8 hours, especially if you overspray, and it stays on clothes. Once again, Wowie by Paris Corner. All right, I think I'm like halfway, guys, halfway. Next up, Zahri Amara. What can I say? This was my favorite gourmand release of 2025. Basically, this is an addictive blueberry muffin and tea scent. Yeah, that is a description. This is extremely similar to Floraicu's One Umbrella for Two. So if you are looking for a very good alternative of that perfume, you have to check out Zahri Amara. Performance is above average too. I really enjoy this fragrance because I love tea notes in fragrances. Plus, it has that pastry blueberry note that I'm enjoying as well. I highly recommend it if my description sounds appealing to you. Remember, blueberry muffin and tea combo. Once again, Zahri Amara by Paris Corner. Next up, guys, AZM by Paris Corner. This is a beautiful, sweet, white floral scent. Extremely similar to 100 Silent Ways by Nishane. The similarity is very close, guys. I will say 95%. So if you're looking for a sophisticated, everyday floral scent that costs around $30, I highly recommend you checking out AZM. I think even if you're not a floral perfume lover, you will appreciate or like this fragrance as well. This is fantastic. Once again, AZM by Paris Corner, a spot-on dupe of Nishane's 100 Silent Ways. Next up is Island Dreams by Khadlaj. Guys, this is a very good dupe of Louis Vuitton's Symphony. And guys, I have tried Symphony. I haven't owned it, but the similarity is too close, guys. This is a kind of dupe that I will recommend to buy than the OG, because to me, anything that costs more than $400 is overpriced. These cost around $20 or $30. Highly recommend it. If you're looking for an everyday, clean smelling grapefruit, musk, and ambroxan scent, it's fantastic. Even though it's unisex, this is a kind of perfume that I will wear myself as well on a daily basis. I might bring her actually to my trip to Philippines, so I can twin with my husband because he'll be wearing Island and I'll be wearing Island Dreams. Highly recommended if you are looking for a very good alternative of Louis Vuitton's Symphony. Next up, Ravine Ginger. This has just been released by French Avenue. And guys, this is a spot-on dupe of Ingenious Ginger by Goldfield and Banks. So if you are looking for a good citrus ginger scent that smells feminine and quite soft, okay, highly recommend you Ravine Ginger. I consider this fragrance as a softer and more feminine version of Vibrato. Next up, Ravine Ice, once again by French Avenue, and it is duping Goldfield and Banks Pacific Rock Moss. Guys, this is a beautiful everyday citrus, salty, marine scent. It smells very sophisticated. It is unisex, however, it leans more masculine in my opinion. I love this fragrance. To me, it smells very classy. Shocked to be paying around $30 for this beautiful bottle and beautiful scent. So yeah, if you're looking for a very good alternative of Pacific Rock Moss by Goldfield and Banks, highly recommend you Ravine Ice by French Avenue. Okay guys, I think last 10. Next up is the Khair lines, guys. We all know what they are trying to be. Khair Fusion. This is a very spot-on dupe of Khair Lychee. So if you're looking for an alternative for Khair Lychee, then this is it. This is it. That's all I can say. It smells like a fresh and uplifting lychee musk scent, perfect for this upcoming spring and summertime. Khair Confection. This is a spot-on dupe of Kayali's Candy Rock Sugar. I hope that I remembered it well. Basically, if you want to smell like a sweet sugared candy, then Khair Confection is the perfume for you. I actually enjoy this fragrance, and I would say the whole Khair line because they're very easy reach. Khair Felicity is a spot-on dupe of Wedding Silk Santal, which is my favorite Kayali. I love how they executed the freesia champagne in this fragrance. It also has that vanilla 28 base, and that vanilla 28 DNA is also present in Silk Santal. Basically, they just added some sparkling champagne and freesia in it. It is a beautiful everyday scent, guys. I love Khair Felicity. Now, if you're looking for a Kayali Vanilla 28 dupe, then I recommend Esgal Vanilla, once again by Paris Corner. Basically, this is like brown sugar, amber, and vanilla. Yeah, that's how it smells like. It's very sugary. It feels warm, very likable. It is a kind of vanilla perfume that you should own in your collection. And I know I don't say that often, but you can get a lot of use out of this vanilla scent. This can give solutions to all your scent problems. Like, for example, something is too floral for you or too spicy. Spray Esgal Vanilla and you'll be fine. Last 5 fragrances. December Amber by Paris Corner once again. This is a spot-on dupe of Leo Primordiale Amber Supermassive. Guys, the only difference is that this is the intense version of this perfume. So if you don't want like an intense version, then this can be better. But if you're the type who wants your perfume to be actually smelled by other people, then December Amber is the best choice for you. Basically, this is a warm, spicy, caramelized apple and amber scent, perfect for fall and winter time. This is one of my best discoveries in 2025, and in my opinion, this smells more expensive than what it is. I was shocked by how close they are, and it took me time to realize actually that they smell the same, guys. Highly recommend December Amber if the sound of warm, spicy apple and caramelized amber sounds appealing to you. Next up, Art of Arabia 1 by Lattafa. In my humble opinion, this is the best Louis Vuitton's Imaginations dupe. Yeah, not Marwa by Arabia Prestige, but Art of Arabia 1. And why is that? Because this one lasts longer and it doesn't give me headache as well. Basically, if you're looking for a good citrus tea soapy scent, then Art of Arabia is the one for you if you can get past the ugly bottle. When it comes to the juice though, in my opinion, this is a very good alternative for Louis Vuitton's Imagination. Next up, guys, is Vo Zingy under the Emir collection from Paris Corner once again. Basically, this is Torino 21. This is a citrusy, zesty, minty scent that will make you feel refreshed during summertime. So if you're looking for a refreshing, cooling ginger, mint, and lemon scent that doesn't smell like a dishwashing liquid, highly recommend you Vo Zingy. Actually, this is so cooling to the point that I can imagine like a minty toothpaste, like when I smell this fragrance, but in a good perfumey way, okay? Once again, Vo Zingy, very, very similar to the OG Torino 21 by Xerjoff. Next up is Gladiator's Oath by Paris Corner. Guys, this is a spot-on dupe of Silky Woods by Goldfield and Banks. If you love light, airy, sweet vanilla that has a woody base, then look no further. Gladiator's Oath is the one for you. This is a beautiful fragrance that I enjoy. I think this is a perfect everyday vanilla scent, but at the same time, perfect as well for the cold months. I highly recommend it. Once again, Gladiator's Oath by Paris Corner. All right, guys, and the 31st perfume in today's list is Athena by Maison Alhambra. She is the perfect everyday vanilla scent. A beautiful vanilla, lavender, and cacao combo that is extremely likable. I cannot imagine anyone not liking this fragrance. This is also one of my top 5 recommendations if someone will ask me like what to buy from the Middle Eastern market. Like, for example, I don't know what to buy. I just want to buy something affordable and perfect for everyday use from the Middle Eastern market. Athena will be a very good option for you. Not unless you hate the smell of vanilla, because this is mainly a vanilla scent with a soft lavender and cacao nuance in the background. It's a beautiful, beautiful scent. I talked about this fragrance many times in my channel, lasts well on skin and on clothes. I highly recommend it. This is the perfect bang for your buck if you're looking for a good everyday scent from the Middle Eastern market. So that is the very long video for today, guys. Those are the 31 amazing dupes that I will highly recommend to you. Now, let me know if you've tried any of these fragrances and if you agree or disagree. And if you want to add more, of course, feel free as well to write in the comments down below. If you haven't watched the part 1 of the series, I'm gonna link it up in here. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and see you on my next one. Bye!